This is module 2. In this module, you will learn what Microsoft Azure is and how it relates to cloud computing, how to deploy a website using Azure App Services, learn how to scale up your website to give you more compute power, how to use Azure Cloud Shell to interact with your website. You have heard buzzword about the cloud scale, elasticity, microservices. Perhaps you have seen other companies be successful with the cloud and wondered how it could help you meet your business challenges or even grow your career. Did you know that more than 90% of Fortune 500 companies run on Microsoft Cloud? The cloud helps power your everyday life and it's often present in ways you don't even realize. In this new connected world, we believe technology creates opportunity. To keep up with today's ever changing digital world, understanding cloud technology can help align your career to this exciting revolution. In less time than it takes to eat lunch, you will create and configure your first website on Azure, a foundational building block of everything from digital transformation to the next big startup. Azure is Microsoft's cloud computing platform. Azure is a continually expanding set of cloud services that help your organization meet your current and future business challenges. Azure gives you the freedom to build, manage, and deploy applications on a massive global network using your favorite tools and frameworks. If you have used Azure, you are familiar with the services it provides to the developers and IT administrators to build, deploy, and manage applications. So, whether you are already a pro or you are just getting started, let's take a quick look at what happens behind the scenes. Let's understand how does Azure work. Azure uses a technology known as virtualization. Virtualization separates the tight coupling between computer's hardware and its operating system using an abstraction layer called hypervisor. And hypervisor emulates all the functions of a computer and its CPU and a virtual machine. It can run multiple personal machines at the same time, optimize the capacity of abstracted hardware, and use personal machine can run any compatible operating system such as Windows or Linux. So Azure takes this virtualization technology and repeats it on a massive scale in Microsoft data centers throughout the world. Each data center has many racks built with servers, and each server includes a hypervisor to run multiple virtual machines, and network switch provides connectivity throughout the servers, and each server in each rack runs a special piece of software called a fiber controller. Each fiber controller is connected to another piece of software known as orchestrator. So the orchestrator is responsible for managing everything that happens in Azure, including responding to user requests. User makes requests using orchestrator's web API. The web API can be called by many tools, including the user interface, the user portal. So, when a user makes a request to create a virtual machine, the orchestrator packages everything that it's needed, takes the best server and rack, and then sends the package and request to the fabric controller. So once the fabric controller has created the virtual machine, the user can connect to it. Azure makes it easy for developer and IT administrators to be agile when they build, deploy, and manage their applications and services. In fact, building a virtual machine is just the beginning with Azure's ever expanding cloud services to help you meet your business challenges. It gives you the freedom to build, manage, and deploy applications on a massive global network using your favorite tools and frameworks. Why should I move to the cloud? The cloud helps you move faster and innovate in ways that were once nearly impossible. In our ever changing digital world, two trends emerges. Teams are delivering new features to their users at record speed. End users expect an increasingly rich and immersive experience with their devices and software. Software releases were once scheduled in terms of months or even years. Today, teams are releasing features in smaller batches. Releases are now often scheduled in terms of days or weeks. Some teams even deliver software updates continuously, sometimes with multiple releases within the same day. Think of all the ways you interact with devices that you couldn't do just a few years ago. Many devices can recognize your face and respond to voice commands. Augmented reality changes the way you interact with the physical world. Household appliances are even beginning to act intelligently. These technologies are just a few examples, many of which are powered by the cloud. to power your services and deliver innovative and novel user experience more quickly. The cloud provides on-demand access to a nearly limitless pool of raw compute, storage, and networking components, speak recognition, and other cognitive services that help make your application stand out from the crowd. Analytic services that enables you to make sense of telemetry data coming back from your software and devices. Let's see how Azure fits in with cloud computing. What can I do on Azure? Azure provides over 100 services that enable you to do everything from running your existing applications on virtual machines to exploring new software paradigms such as intelligent bots and mixed reality. Many teams start exploring the cloud by moving their existing applications to virtual machines that run in Azure. While migrating your existing applications to virtual machines is a good start, the cloud is more than just a different place to run your virtual machines. For example, Azure provides AI or artificial intelligence and machine learning services that can naturally communicate with your users through vision, hearing, and speech. It also provides storage solutions that dynamically grow to accommodate massive amount of data. Azure services enable solutions that are not feasible without the power of the cloud. Azure can help you tackle tough business challenges. You bring your requirements, creativity, and favorite software development tools. Azure brings a massive global infrastructure that's always available for you to build your applications on. Let's take a quick tour of the high level services Azure offers. Here's a big picture view of the available services and features in Azure. Let's take a closer look at the most commonly used categories. Those are compute, networking, storage, mobile, databases, web, Internet of Things, big data, artificial intelligence, and DevOps. Let's discuss all these in more detail. Compute services are often one of the primary reasons why companies move to the Azure platform. Azure provides a range of options for hosting applications and services. Here are some examples of compute services in Azure. Azure Virtual Machines can be used to create virtual machines, which will have Windows or Linux virtual machines hosted in Azure. Azure Virtual Machine scale sets can be used for scaling of Windows or Linux virtual machines hosted in Azure. Azure Kubernetes Service can be used to enable management of a cluster of virtual machines that run containerized services. Azure Service Fabric is a service which is a distributed systems platform and it runs in Azure or on premises. Azure Batch is a service which is used to manage service for parallel and high performance computing applications. Azure Container Instances run containerized apps on Azure without provisioning servers or virtual machines. Azure functions an event driven serverless compute service. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create your new free Azure trial account. So let's get started. First of all, go to the Chrome browser or Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer, any browser, whichever you have on your machine. Then in the address bar, enter Microsoft Azure URL, that is azure.microsoft.com. Hit enter. It will open this homepage of Microsoft Azure. Just click on sign in at the top corner, right corner. Then click on next. In the sign in window, you need to enter your email address. Just click on this create one link. After clicking on that, you will find this type of window. Just enter your email address over there. Let me enter my email address. Okay. Now click on the next. Here you will get this create a password window. You need to enter your valid password in order to open your account. Just click on next after entering a valid password. After clicking on next button, you will get verify email. You need to check your email. In the inbox, you will receive one code and copy that code from your inbox and type it in here and then click on next. Now here is a little fun. Let me correct this or let me solve this. Voila, your account has been created. So this is the Microsoft Azure homepage. Here you need to create your free account or you need to start your free trial. Just click on this free trial account. It will redirect you to your profile page. You need to enter all the details over here like your country, first name, last name, email address, phone, organization and PAN ID. After entering all those details, click on next. The next button will not be enabled unless and until you fill all the details. So let me enter some details over here. Guys, I'm not going to create a new account over here because I already have one. I'm just showing this to you for your understanding. Now in here, identify verification by phone, you need to enter your valid phone number. Once you enter your valid phone number, click on text me or call me button so that you will receive the code over here and note down that code and enter that code in the text box. Once you enter that code, it will enable the third step, that is identify verification by card. Here you need your credit card so that it will verify your identity against your credit card. Guys, credit card is mandatory to open your Azure free account. Don't worry, it is not going to charge you anything. It will just debit rupees 2 or some minor amount and it will immediately credit that amount back to your account. So don't worry, just follow these steps after entering all the credit card details. And then in the last agreement step, you just need to click on agree or agree to terms and conditions of Azure portal and then follow the steps and it will create your Azure portal for you. So you will get your free account over here and then you can just browse your Azure portal. After completing all the steps, you will see this kind of Microsoft Azure portal homepage. This is your account created in Microsoft Azure and now you can start working on this. In the next session, we will learn how to create a website and host a website in Azure portal. So let's move ahead to the next session. We are going to create a WordPress website hosted in Azure. You need to have Azure portal account to perform this task, or there is one more option. If you don't have account open, you can activate Azure Sandbox for practice purpose. It's a very good choice for the people who are learning Azure and want to practice some task. Then the sandbox will be open for certain time of period for around 3 to 4 hours. You can check that in the Microsoft Azure documentation and follow the steps that I am showing here in this video so that you will get a feel of Azure portal and it's working. So let's get your first website up and running. Once you arrive on this Azure portal page, you just click on this create a resource link. It will redirect you to a new resource page and then in the search box type WordPress. You will see a list of options over there. Select WordPress option and hit enter. Click on create. It will redirect you to this page. Here you need to enter all these details, application name, resource name. Give some application name like a blog for me or some other name, whatever you like. You should give a unique name which is not already taken by some other applications. Otherwise, it will give you an error. Just try to give some unique name over here. Then go to the resource group. In the resource group list, you will find a already created resource group if you are using a sandbox. And if you are not using a sandbox and you are working on your own account, Azure portal account, you need to create a new resource group and then select that resource group from the list. Then move on to the next step, that is database provider. Select MySQL in app from the list. Then head over to app service plan. Click on the create one and then it will redirect you to the new app service plan page. Here you need to enter all these details: app service plan name and then location and pricing tier. Give some unique name in the app service plan text box. Leave the location as it is and click on pricing tier. After clicking on pricing tier, you will see a specification picker page. In the specification picker page, you will find three different options: dev or test environment, production environment, and isolation environment. You need to select the first one. Under dev and test environment, select the first option F1 and then click on apply. Click on OK and then you will see the option application service plan selected as the new application plan which you have just created with the free plan. Then now click create. After clicking on create button, it's going to take some time to create all the resources for you. You can check the notification section at the top right corner. Once it gets created, you will see a notification that the resource has been created successfully. So let's wait for some time. Let's check if the resource is created or not. Go to the notification area. You will find deployment succeeded. Click on the go to resource and then in the overview section, you will find all the details about that WordPress website. Just copy the URL at the top right corner of the overview section. Yeah, here, and copy that and paste it in the new browser. Hit enter in the browser and you will be able to browse that website. It's going to take some time because we are browsing it for the first time, so let's wait. You can also make use of the browse option over there at the top section of your overview page button, and then it will redirect you to the new page. It's going to take some time, so let's wait for the page to arrive. Yes, it has arrived. Now click on English option and continue. You will see the welcome page. Give some title to your WordPress site. Provide username as per your choice. And then type password. You can use strong password as automated password as well. Give some password as per your choice. And then give email address and click on install WordPress. Now it is processing your WordPress site for you and it's going to take some time. Just let's wait for some time. Yes, here the WordPress has been created for us with the username and password. Click on login. Here you need to provide the username and password, whatever you have given in the previous step. Provide the same your ID and password and click on login. Once you log in, you will be able to see all the details about your WordPress website. Here you can customize your site. You can change how your WordPress site is going to look like. You can add different controls, different text and themes and all. You can explore this thing for you and you will be able to change and view colors and all those things of your WordPress website. Let's check how our WordPress website is looking as per the default settings. Go to our overview page and copy that URL and paste it in the browser. You will be able to see your first website, WordPress website created as per the default configuration or as per the default setting. Go to the dashboard. Just click on the dashboard option over here and then click on the resource you just created And here all the information about your WordPress website is displayed over here, like how many requests has been sent, how many responses has been received by the site, and how much data is passed. So that graph is displayed over here. You can just view all these statistics over here. And there is one more option to scale up your site. If suppose you want to upgrade your website and all the resources, in that case you can just click on the scale up option, and you can upgrade it as per your requirement, from development environment to production, or any other settings about your scaling of website. So guys, that's all about the new website creation. I hope you enjoyed this exercise and you learned something new over here. Now let's move ahead to the next practical session. In this exercise, you are going to learn how you can access an app service using Azure Cloud Shell. Before moving ahead, let's try to understand what is Azure Cloud Shell. Azure Cloud Shell is a browser based command line interface, and for managing developing Azure resources, think of Cloud Shell as an interactive console that you can run in the cloud. Cloud Shell provides you two experiences to choose from, Bash and PowerShell. Both include access to the Azure command line interfaces called Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell. You can use any Azure management interface, including the Azure portal, Azure CLI, and Azure PowerShell, to manage your Azure resources. For learning purposes, you will use the Azure CLI to start and stop the WordPress site we created earlier. Suppose you have several websites deployed and want to stop each of these websites without accessing each app service individually using the portal. This effort is an easy task that you can convert into a script using PowerShell or Cloud Shell and Azure CLI. In this exercise, you will use the Cloud Shell windows shown side by side with the exercise instructions. So let's get started. Let me flip to my Azure portal. Go to the blue title bar at the top of your screen. There you can find the first icon on the right hand side of that blue bar, and click on that icon. You can see a Cloud Shell has been opened for you at the bottom of your screen. That is a blue black screen. In the command line interface, we will use the AZ account list command. By default, the command returns a JSON string. However, we will format the output as a table to make the information easier to work with. So let's run this command and see what output we get. As we are working on the sandbox subscription, it is returning us the account of that sandbox. Let's move ahead to the next command. Recall that we used a pre-created resource group called sandbox resource group when we created our website. However, if you ever need to list all the resources groups in that subscription, then you will need to run the AZ group list command in this command line interface. So let's try this command. You can see it has listed the resource group which has been created by the sandbox. Next, we will list all the resources in the sandbox resource group name using the AZ resource list command. The command will return a list of resources. By specifying hyphen hyphen resource hyphen type, we can filter the result to include only the resource information related to website. Let me type resource hyphen group and then copy the resource group from the previous command output and paste it here. Right click and paste the resource group. You can copy it from the result set which has been written by your previous command and paste it here, and then hit enter. You can see the results. It has shown all the websites, all the information about your website which has been created in that resource group. You can see like all the information like name of that website and then type, resource group name, every information, when the website has been changed, when it has been created, the date and time, everything has been included in this output. The name of the resource group, this is name, and the change time, when it has been changed, location of your website, plan. Each curly brackets will have a new website name. So as many websites you have, those many curly brackets will be included in this output. So let's move ahead to the next command. We will use the AZ web app stop command to stop the web application running in our app service. Replace web app name with the name of your web app you copied. Then run this command to stop your web app. Hyphen hyphen resource hyphen group. Provide the resource group name. Copy it from the result set and paste it in here. Let's hit enter. Oops, there is some error. I think there is some mistake. Let me copy the same command. Oh, yeah, I missed the name. So, name, provide the name of your website and then hit enter. Now, this website has been stopped. Let's refresh the page of your website. It's going to take some time to get the changes into effect. See, the error 403 has occurred because we have stopped the web app. So let's move ahead to the next command and use az web app start to start the web service. To start the web app, and use the same command and use web app start. Let's copy the resource group name, paste it here, and provide the name your blog. Let's hit enter. Let's see if the web app is working or not. Refresh the page. It should work. It's going to take some time to make the changes. It should work because we have started the service through the command line. Yeah, so the website is started. Guys, make a note of one thing, that the sandbox automatically cleans up your resources when you are finished. But when you are using your own subscription, it's a good idea at the end of a project to identify whether you still need the resources you created. Resources left running can cost you money. You can delete resources individually or delete the resource group to delete the entire set of resources. Here you have completed your third exercise, and with that, your course as well, Cloud Core Concepts and Azure Fundamentals. So, congratulations, guys, for completing this course. I hope you had a great time learning, and thanks for your enrollment to the course. Hope to get your enrollments for my upcoming courses as well. So, all the best and thank you. Bye bye. Hello everyone, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, guys, from the time zones you all are coming from. This is Aarti Nagwamshi, your Azure Portal educator at Udemy. In this lesson, we are going to be creating a Windows virtual machine in Azure Portal where you can perform all the tasks in your own Azure virtual machines. So let's get started, guys. So this is my Azure portal. Go to the create resource link, and in the Azure Marketplace, click on the See All. There you will find this Marketplace page open, and go to the publisher and select Microsoft. In the search text box, enter Windows Server and enter Windows WINDOWSSERVER and hit enter. You will see all the options available. Click on the Windows Server option. Under select a plan drop down, select small disk Windows Server 2019 data center and then click on create. You will arrive at create a virtual machine page. Here you need to select subscription and then select the resource group. Under subscription drop down, select the default subscription, select resource group. As I'm working on the sandbox, I already have a resource group created. If you are working on your own subscription, you can create your resource group and select that resource group name in the resource group drop down. So let's move ahead. In the virtual machine name, give a name test-vm2. In the region text box, select US West US2 option, search for the West US2 and then select that region. In the image, just leave it as it is. and give a username in the administration account test-vm2. Give a password. Please check the password requirements. It should be around 12 characters. And then type the same password in confirm password text box. After it is completed, keep the inbound ports as it is and then move on to the disk section. In the disk section, keep the disk type and other options as it is. Click on the create a new disk. Leave name, source type, size, encryption type, and enable shared disk as it is and move on to OK. Click on OK. It will create and attach a new disk to our virtual machine. You can see a data disk section. There is a disk created as we have configured in the create new data disk. Move on to the networking section. Under virtual network section, click on create new. When you click on create new, a create virtual network pop-up will arrive. In the address range, type 172.16.0.0/16. In the subnet name, type default and address type 172.16.1.0/24 and click on OK. After clicking on OK, you will arrive at the your main virtual machine configuration page. In the virtual machine page, click on review plus create button. At the down, you will see all the configurations here and it will create a virtual machine. So let's wait for the virtual machine to be created for us. So it will show us the notification once the deployment and the creation is completed. So let's wait for the completion. You can see the notifications at the right side of your screen. This about the deployment. So the deployment is still in progress. You can see all the process is going on. Yes, deployment succeeded. Now click on the go to resource button. Yeah, go to resource. And after that, you will see in the overview, there is one connect link over there at the top side. Click on that and click on RDP. RDP is nothing but a remote desktop. You can download that file, RDP file, on your machine, local machine. Here in the IP address, just keep it as it is and click on the download RDP file. It gets downloaded on your local machine. Double click on that RDP file and click on connect. It will ask the credentials, give the username and password. Whatever the password and username you have provided in the configuration, it should be the same. Type all the details about your credentials, your username and password, and click on OK. It is connecting to your virtual machine. So just click on yes in the notification window. Once that is done, you will be able to connect to your virtual machine. So let's wait for the connection. Yes. So this is your virtual machine created in Azure portal. Azure Virtual Machines enables you to create a dedicated compute resources in minutes that can be used just like a physical desktop or a server machine. The first time you connect to a Windows Server virtual machine, it will launch a server manager. This allows you to assign a worker role for common web or data task. You can also launch the server manager through the start menu. This is where we would add the web server role to the server. This will install IIS, and as a part of a configuration, you would turn off HTTP request and enable the FTP server. Since we are not going to actually configure that here, so just close the server manager. You can also install your custom softwares to this virtual machine. We have two approaches. We can use the install software. First, this virtual machine is connected to the internet. If the software you need has a downloadable installer, you can open a web browser in a RDP session and download the software and install it. Second, if your software is custom, like our custom service, you can copy it from your local machine over to the VM to install it. So here we have completed this creating virtual machine exercise. Hope you liked this session, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.